Really, Southeastern Asia, you've just been getting slammed. These photos right here coming out of Manila area. All the schools and colleges closed in the Metro Manila area today just due to persistent heavy rain showers. Farther down towards the south and towards the west out of Malaysia. Also some more photos here. Grabbed them off of Twitter and also on Facebook in numerous locations of just some extreme damage from a strong, I would really almost call it a supercell that blew through that area and caused some really torrential rainfall. And then also later on in the update, we're going to talk about Japan. I'll show you some video from there. But right now, take a look at the satellite picture and all of this rough weather we are seeing out here in the Philippines, now starting to push out towards southern China and Vietnam. You've been seeing some heavy rain showers, and even over here towards Penang there into Malaysia, where you just saw those photos come out of. It's all due to this low pressure area right here. Actually, I really don't want to call it too much of a low pressure area anymore, because if you are watching this sometime throughout the day here on Friday, probably a tropical depression. Just according to the official agency, the Japan Meteorological Agency here, expecting us to go down to 1,000 HPA here going through the day on the 14th. Just really lingering there south of Hong Kong. Now, the center of circulation of this system, I mentioned it yesterday if you were watching. Don't concentrate on that too much, because this is going to have a far-reaching effect, actually calling it a monsoonal gyre, or a conveyor belt of rain, and that is what is exactly happening. We have our low-pressure area here, and what it's doing, it's feeding off the southwest monsoon. Actually, southwest monsoon has been bringing a lot of rainfall out here towards India, Myanmar. You've been seeing some heavy rains. Well, it's grabbing the moisture from here, running it across northern Malaysia and southern Thailand, and bringing those heavy rainfall and some strong storms like we saw today. Also, southern Vietnam, southern Cambodia. I think that you're going to get in the mix of this as well. And over there towards western Philippines, Cebu, Manila, we have been seeing torrential downpours, and then eventually it is going to continue to push off there towards southern China. Now, the center of circulation, like I said, that is not the big story. It's where you are related to that center of circulation and how much rainfall you're really going to get. And right here, actually showing you the European model, and we can see that conveyor belt of rain stretching across Thailand, northern Malaysia, out here towards the South China Sea, and wrapping around. And it's all following the flow around this storm system. If we actually, let's pull up the winds at the same time here. You can really see that conveyor belt of moisture yet again continuing to pull off there towards the east. And let's take a look throughout the next several days and just where this is going to be in relation to that low pressure center. Now, wherever you see these higher winds, that's really where you're going to be seeing this heavier rainfall as well. Very well likely there across southern Thailand, northern Malaysia, western Philippines. Actually, accumulation totals are expected in some areas here, especially farther off towards the east, between 200 to 300 millimeters throughout the weekend here, as it does continue to stream that moisture on shore. And you can see, well, this is through Saturday morning, MSL continuing to pick up the heavy rainfall. These areas out here really do not need any more rain. So as we continue to progress, that rain's going to switch farther north, really lessen up in the Philippines at least throughout the morning hours. Let's take a look at the afternoon hours. You're still going to be seeing some pop-up thunderstorms also associated with that vorticity in the upper levels. But the bulk of the heavy rainfall, with that said, is around Hong Kong and southern Taiwan by Saturday into Sunday. This is actually just another view from the GFS model, and you can see it down there continue to swirl, and also see that big banding of moisture wrapping around and heading there towards southern China. So with that said, like I said, the risk of flooding out here, the risk of landslides in some of these steeper elevations, especially around the Manila area, western Philippines, I think that is going to taper off for you there in the Philippines, though, going into Saturday and Sunday. Friday is going to be another wet day. As it does taper off, the bulk of the precipitation shipping off here towards southern China as that system continues to edge ever closer and closer to the coastline. So for you there in Hong Kong, just get ready for some rough weather. Also there in southern Vietnam and Thailand, Bangkok, I do think that it is going to be, well, a wet couple of days in the forecast here, even stretching out the next week. You can still see that banding pushing through until it slowly starts to taper off as we look ahead to the midpoint of next week. So with that said, let's continue to keep an eye down here really at this time. I would love it if you shared some of your photos or videos with us if you are in any of these places getting hit by the severe weather today. Really just a rough day. We've seen numerous reports of flooding out here. The other area we're keeping an eye on is out here, well, Yagi dying off. This is actually some of my video I shot yet again here in Tokyo today, and Nothing too impressive. But what is going to be happening on Saturday and the Sunday, see this frontal area pushing through, and what we have been seeing is some, well, scorching temperatures out here, at least for Hokkaido, into the 30s. Hokkaido this time of year should not be that warm. But as we take a look ahead throughout the next several days, Yagi's precipitation is slowly going to taper off. Actually, right now, satellite picture that you just seen, it's not showing much moisture here. It is still streaming some light showers near the coastal areas. Nothing too threatening, but the problem is that it has been rather persistent. Well, now we're going to see that front come in from the west, and what this is going to do is going to start to interact with these very warm temperatures out here, and I do think that there is a severe weather threat across much of Hokkaido as we go through the day here, well, on to Friday evening. Actually, let's take a look at the Cape at the same time. This is by Friday through the night hours. We can see some areas popping up here, especially going in through the evening hours there across western Hokkaido. Then let's take a look at the Cape by Saturday afternoon. Cape just shows you the potential of the energy in the upper hemisphere here. And let's pull up the MSL for the same time. And what we are starting to see is that line of storms continuing to build up out here across portions of central Japan. It's going to interact with that warmer air here and then stretch down towards the south. You're going to get that cooler air loft. Then you get the surface heating starting to push in. Also that moisture coming in from Yagi. And not to mention, I think by Saturday to Sunday evening, we're going to get a negatively tilted trough because that system is starting to come in. And because Yagi, it's going to interact with Yagi, and so Yagi's going to kind of set something up here. You see right there? Pulls it off, and what this is going to do, this is going to allow for a burst of, well, strong weather into northern Kanto area, extending up through the Tohoku region. You're still going to be seeing the rain showers farther down here towards the south, but I'm talking about right in this area, just due to that interaction with Yagi in this upper level trough as it does continue to push through here. So something to watch out for. Large hail, maybe not large hail, but hail, some damaging winds as well. Well, that's very well possible here as we continue to watch this, well, this trough come through, that cold air, and these storms start to pop up. Once again, through the afternoon hours, I do think that there's going to be some isolated cells that could become rather strong. Not to scare anybody, but, you know, just something to watch out for. Be careful of where you plan your outdoor activities here this weekend. But that's all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at Western Pacific Weather. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can post them down in the comment box below. And as always, yeah, stay safe out there, everyone.